So the Riyadh Comedy Festival is going along, and really interesting to see what people are saying, because the people who performed obviously they're trying to put a nice spin on it.
Sure.
There's really no good spin here, is there?
No, I mean, the only spin is I wanted to do it, right?
They paid me a lot of money.
And honestly, I don't necessarily have a problem with someone doing it. I'm not a big fan of Saudi Arabia because of 9/11 mainly. That's why I like what Shane Gillis said about it. He kind of was like, and I did not.
Those are 9/11 guys?
Huh?
Aren't those the 9/11 guys?
Exactly, yes. And then Jim Jeffries said, hey, America's has a bad civil rights or human rights issue as well. And I'm like, well, then don't perform in America. If it's
did he really say that?
He did,
what
yeah.
A dick.
If it's equal to Saudi Arabia, okay.
It's the Pete Davidson that surprises me the most.
Oh, because his dad
father
died in 9/11. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's not saying anything. At least I haven't seen it yet. But
I am surprised by all these comics. I saw Bill Burr speak about it and Chappelle speak about it, where they're like amazed at how great the audience is. I'm like, no, I would think if an audience is paying to go see you perform, they would probably understand you through the internet or whatever and be fine with it.
I don't think that's what people really want to hear either.
No.
How great the audience was. I don't think that impresses
not at all.
many people.
The idea is the regime is terrible.
I wasn't thrilled with Dave Chappelle's set.
You saw it? I didn't see it.
I didn't see it, but I mean, obviously there were headlines about it, about his main point during his
what was his main point?
I've never been remotely pissed at Dave Chappelle until this. And I'm not pissed that he's playing there, because I think Dave is pretty consistent. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, my favorite response was Tim Dillon, who got fired from doing it. Was willing to take the money and then was like, well, no, they can't stop me from talking about it. While I'm here, I'm in America right now. He confused Abu Dhabi and Dubai, and they got mad. And then he was mentioning that that slavery, for example, in certain cases, he said, if I was a slave and I was talking to my slave children and there was a building that I built, I would say, Daddy built that. And that was the final straw. I feel like Tim Dillon wanted to be fired.
Maybe, yeah. It worked out better for him.
It did.
I mean, he doesn't have the money, but he's getting a lot of press out of it.
But also, when it first came up, he said, yeah, I'm getting paid a lot of money. That's why I'm doing it. That's the only person I've heard say that.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
So, okay, just...
I mean, if someone offered me $100,000, I don't like Saudi Arabia, but I'd probably go do it.
I think a lot of people would.
It's a lot of money.
But just cop to it.
People like Chappelle and Louis C.K. don't need that money. Bill Burr don't... I mean, they can have it. They don't really need it.
Dave Chappelle said, it's easier to talk here than it is in America. People get canceled for talking about Charlie Kirk, which got huge cheers, which makes it even worse. People did not get canceled for talking about Charlie. Actually,
well, people lost their jobs and got doxxed, but I mean that's a ludicrous.
But they were celebrating
when their government won't even let you talk about certain things. Their government.
No, they can execute people for being gay. That's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he had made any jokes about Muhammad. I don't think he made any jokes about the king.
Well, that's Bill Maher said if Dave really believes that, he should test it by doing a routine on Prophet Muhammad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
People get canceled for talking about... No, they don't get canceled for talking about Charlie Kirk. People got... Okay, if you want to use the word canceled, they got canceled for laughing their ass off about Charlie Kirk being murdered. That's what they got canceled for. Mm-hmm. I don't know of anyone that got canceled for talking about or saying, I don't like Charlie Kirk. Honestly, I think it was just that unexpurgated joy that... I don't know if I'd want to work with somebody who posted something like that, to be honest.
Well, I don't think I'd want him working for me.
No, I wouldn't want him working for me. I don't know if I'd want to really be around somebody like that. They've gone off the deep end. I mean, I think they must be brainwashed or something.
But at the same time, I wouldn't demand that a company fire somebody over it.
No, I didn't call anybody's boss.
Or dox anybody. No, of course.
I think those people would have I think their bosses would have found out one way or another. So... Let's start with...
They'd probably share it in the company newsletter. They're so clueless.
There were plenty of sex jokes, according to attendees. Bill Burr said, the response was amazing. I've never seen such enthusiasm. He said, it's definitely one of the top 3 experiences I've ever had. I think it's going to lead to a lot of positive things. The Royals love the show. They're just like us. They've got a fucking Chili's here. No, I didn't even laugh at that.
I mean,
because
I'm just laughing at the fact that he's surprised by that.
I think most people know that.
Yeah.
But top 3 experiences. Okay, great. Well, that's great. And you made a lot of money doing it, too. But
They probably rolled out multiple red carpets for them.
oh, yeah, they flew private. All of them did. He said that I think it's going to lead to a lot of positive things. I've heard a few people saying this, that, hey, this could be the beginning of Saudi Arabia. That is so arrogant to think that because you told jokes in Saudi Arabia that this is the beginning of Saudi Arabia renouncing the way they treat gays or acknowledging that they had this journalist murdered. I mean, that's crazy. Louis C.K. was kind of suggesting the same thing on Bill Maher. Let's see. One expat who was there were a lot of expats in attendance. I think people are kind of confused too about, or maybe would have the wrong idea about what kind of crowd shows up for this. There's a lot of royals. There's a lot of Americans. There's a lot of wealthy people. I don't think the average Saudi is attending the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
No.
Probably not, no.
The expat said, as far as content, anything controversial that would maybe be close to the line in Saudi Arabia, she said comedians did not go near anything like that. No jokes about human rights or anything of that nature whatsoever. She said, people here don't care about these topics. If they did, they wouldn't live here. Lesbian stand-up Jessica Curson told The Hollywood Reporter that she was sorry for participating, and she is donating her fee to a human rights organization.
Wow.
It sounds like she got pummeled by her fans because she put a note out to her fans saying, I see you, I hear you.
What's her name?
Jessica Curson, Kirson. Zayn, a Saudi who attended, who was quoted in a couple places, actually said he was shocked to hear so many jokes about sex. I can't believe people were saying this stuff in Saudi. In front of me, there was a group of Saudi women. Even they were laughing. Like, how dare they?
Oh, they were allowed to go?
They were given permission to laugh.
I guess so. He said...
By the way, this Jessica Curson is also Jewish?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I saw... Louis C.K. was talking about a lesbian Jewish comedian that got a standing ovation. Must have been Jessica Curson.
She's also Zach Braff's stepsister. Bloop.
Wow, that's weird.
I don't know why that's on there, but okay.
Louis added that, this could lead to something good. I want to be part of it. So apparently Louis C.K. is going to get very involved in Saudi Arabia.
I mean, these are all guys, and I love their comedy. It's not going to change whether or not I like their comedy, but I'm really surprised that they don't see that they're being used.
I would think they know that. I would think that's plain
So they
as
don't
day.
care. Okay.
Or they just aren't acknowledging it. This guy Zane said Bill Burr seemed nervous, which is really odd. I've never seen Bill Burr seem remotely nervous. And he said that his jokes were very tame, mostly about his wife and kids.
Well, that's been his set recently, so yeah.
Joyce Shea, a Saudi researcher at Human Rights Watch, said, nobody has raised any issues that really matter in terms of jokes.
Well, yeah, because they're not going to go up there and go, hey, how about that 9/11? Pretty crazy, huh? How about that Khashoggi? I'd like to meet him. Can I shake his hand?
Well,
no,
first-
you cut it off.
first of
right?
all,
I mean,
they're-
no one's going to do that lame material.
First of all, they're not allowed to.
Yeah.
It's part of the deal. In jokes on their... she said they don't raise the issues that really matter either in a comic way or on their social media. She went through the social media of a lot of the comedians.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was very disappointing. Chappelle, Burr, and Jimmy Carr would not respond to the BBC's request for comments, and some other organizations said they had the same experience, that comedians were not returning calls, people that normally they might hear from. Bill Maher, I'll talk about Bill Maher. Yeah, Bill Burr, one of the top 3 experiences I've ever had. I think Bill Burr's had more great experiences than that. Top 3 experiences he's ever had. What am I on a lie detector?
I'd like to hear the other 2.
So,
right?
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, nothing's really going to change. People are going to take their checks home. They're going to make a lot of money.
They'll have they'll probably do it again. They're going to have their flag football tournament. That's going to be great. Everyone's going to love that.
You know what's so weird
They'll
about
start filming movies over there, I'm sure.
the flag football? That tournament's, is that it? That's here, right?
Is it here?
Well, I don't know.
I assumed it was there.
I assumed Live Golf was there. I was like, well, why is it Live Golf and why is everybody so mad if it's here? Who would care? I mean, if it was over there, that would seem
well,
like...
because of the money behind it, right? And I
No,
think
the tournament will take place in Riyadh.
Okay.
the flag football one, yeah.
Yep.
But I think the problem with Live too is that they're trying to get rid of the PGA, which everybody has a lot of historical love here.
Well, that's why I think so much judgment was cast at Phil Mickelson and those guys, because those people, their opportunities to be part of these large purses were possibly disappearing. So the judgment got much harsher when you're affected directly, or your pocketbook is. Then all of a sudden you judge a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see what else Saudi Arabia does to be more westernized, right?
Yeah, I don't, the thing is, for all these efforts they're making, I really haven't heard about any great changes in their society and the way people are allowed to consort.
A lot of it didn't it start with them trying to diversify their economy because it was so much oil? And then when oil dips, they're kind of fucked. So they kind of like, okay, let's bring some of this Western entertainment stuff in.
Let's make ourselves a tourist state.
Yeah, and it really is now for a lot of Europe. I'm surprised like Ronaldo didn't get more shit for playing in Saudi Arabia now.
Yeah,
The guy took what, $500 million to $800 million to play in Saudi Arabia, and he loves it because you know what? They kiss his ass there.
It is weird how there have been so many people who performed in places like that, but they were really quietly at private events, and so nobody hears about it, so it doesn't matter. But then the more public it is, then all of a sudden there's much more judgment cast. But a lot of Bieber, and we're going down a list of people.
Are we just too far away from 9/11 or Jamal Khashoggi for anyone to care anymore? Because you perform in Israel right now, and you're going to get hammered.
Yeah, you would.
Radiohead gets shit because they, they first broke out in Israel, so they feel kind of beholden to it. Not beholden, but they like Israel because their fans helped break them out originally, so they still perform there, and they get so much shit for doing it.
Oh, Jewish.
But is that just recency bias because of, Palestine?
Yeah, I would imagine.
But you're not supporting the government by playing there.
No, you're playing for your fans in that country.
But in Saudi Arabia, you are generally supporting the government by performing there because it's all the princes.
And they're paying you.
Yeah.
And they're all there.
Yeah. That's right. It's not a capitalistic society.
I was really surprised Bill Burr said the royal family loved it. That seemed a little out of touch.